So today I'm going to be taking a look at the Google Pixel 5a, a phone released back in 2021. I'm getting kind of towards the end of reviewing some of these older Pixel phones. I've also got the Pixel 6a that I'll be dropping a video on in the next few weeks, so subscribe if you want to see that video when it goes live. But for today, checking out the Pixel 5a, let's see how it does. Now, of course, just like a lot of the Pixels that came before it, the design of the Pixel 5a is just as bland. You've got a plastic-coated aluminium body, that square camera arrangement in the top left-hand corner, and then you've just got the usual power button, volume rockers, speaker grille at the bottom. You do have a 3.5mm headphone jack, which of course they removed with the Pixel 6a, and a 6.3-inch 1080p OLED display at the front. So of course, 60Hz refresh rate isn't a surprise on the A series of Pixels. Of course, that was changed with the release of the new Pixel 7a, but of course the Pixel 6a after the 5a didn't have a 90Hz refresh rate either. But overall, the design of the phone, like I said, is pretty bland, but to be honest, it's what's underneath that matters, and that is certainly the case with the Pixel 5a. So if I just start by talking about one of the main reasons why people buy Pixel phones, and that's because of that very clean Android software. You get the newest Android 13, and then you'll get another year's worth of security updates and software updates as well. But of course, no bloatware whatsoever on the Pixel 5a. There's no unwanted apps or anything like that. It's just a very clean version of Android. And of course, Pixels are one of the first phones to get software updates, although Samsung are definitely up in their games in terms of longevity of supporting their phones, but the Pixel 5a is still going to get at least another year. So that's something that's really great about the Pixel 5a, and that 6.3-inch 1080p OLED display is a really nice, sharp display. It's nice and bright. Of course, you don't get that 90Hz refresh rate, but overall, I think the quality of the display is really, really great. Apps open really quickly, it's very responsive. You haven't got anything to worry about in terms of the display. Video looks really good, photos come out looking really sharp. So there's nothing I can complain about too much about the display of the Pixel 5a. Of course, maybe the lack of a high refresh rate, but I can still use this phone on a daily without any issues. The display is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 3, so not the Corning Gorilla Glass 5 that you found on the Pixel 5. And you also get an always-on display feature as well, thanks to that OLED. So that's something that's really great. At a glance, you can see notifications and all that sort of stuff, and the time, obviously, and I think the weather can come up as well. So that's something that's really great on the Pixel 5a. And for a really low price, you get some really great features on this phone. And all of that is of course helped by the performance on the Pixel 5a. You get the same Snapdragon 765G that you found on the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5. So overall performance is really, really great. When this chip came out, it was boasting flagship performance for a lot less money. That is certainly the case on the 765G in this Pixel 5a. Even 2 years later, I haven't found any stutters or anything like that. And it does have a good balance of performance and power efficiency. So overall endurance on this phone is really great. Games can be played with pretty high settings, especially graphic intense games as well. And then that battery life on the Pixel 5a, they really improved that over the Pixel 4a 5G and even the 5, which I found was really great battery life. You get a 4600 milliamp hour battery inside the Pixel 5a. And of course, thanks to that efficient Snapdragon 765G, I absolutely failed to kill this phone in a single day, even more than my normal usage. So a lot more usage of the camera, watching videos and all that sort of stuff. I couldn't kill this in a day. So this is seriously a 2-day phone, even 2 years later. You also get 6GB of RAM on the Pixel 5a, which is 2GB less than the Pixel 5, but you do get the same 128GB of non-expandable storage. This should, to be fair, be plenty for most people. You don't need 8 or 12GB of RAM on a mid-range phone. For most people's use cases, this is absolutely fine, and that was definitely the case for me. And a couple of extra things that you get on the Pixel 5a, which is pretty good, is you get full IP67 water and dust resistance, and you get a pretty decent pair of stereo speakers for all-round content consumption. It's really great to have those features on a phone that you can now get for about 150 quid. Can't really complain. And lastly, I'm just going to quickly talk about the dual camera setup on the Pixel 5a. Now, this is going to be a very similar story to on the Pixel 5 and the Pixel 4 to a certain degree. You get a 12 megapixel f1.7 primary camera, and that's backed by a 16 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide with a pretty narrow 119 degree field of view. It's not quite as wide as a lot of the other ultra wides on the market. But overall picture quality from the Google Pixel 5a are absolutely amazing. You get really great detail, loads of natural color. Portrait mode does an excellent job at subject separation in portrait shots of people and objects. The ultra-wide camera shows really great detail as well. And it just goes to show how good Google's image processing is using 4-year-old hardware. Is kind of out of the question when it comes to the quality of the photos from the Google Pixel 5a or even a lot of the older ones as well. So overall, if you want a phone that's going to be a really great point and shoot camera, aside from a lot of the iPhones, even older iPhones, the Pixel 5a is going to be a really great option. The same unfortunately can't be said for video. Older Google phones were never really known for having the best video quality. It is, again, plenty for home movies of your kids and your pets and all that sort of stuff, but nothing more than that really. If you're buying a Pixel, especially an old Pixel, you're definitely going to be doing that for the photo quality, and that is definitely the case with the 5a. You get stunning photo quality, natural color, loads of detail. It's amazing what the Pixel 5a can pull in detail-wise from that small 12 megapixel sensor that's been going for a number of years now. So overall photo quality of the Pixel 5a is really, really great. I don't think you'll be disappointed in the slightest of what this phone can produce. And photos coming from the 8 megapixel selfie camera of the Google Pixel 5a produce the same great quality as the main cameras. It just goes to show, again, with this selfie camera that resolution isn't everything. And like I said in my Google Pixel 4 XL versus Huawei Mate 20 Pro video, that resolution isn't everything, but of course, check that video out as well. So overall, that's my look at the Google Pixel 5a in 2023, about 2 years later. It's definitely going to be worth buying now 100% if you can pick it up for about 150 quid. And you get another year of software and security patch updates as well. So you got that benefit when buying this phone. Let me know down in the comments what you think of the Pixel 5a. Are you considering buying one, or do you have one of the other older Pixel phones? And don't forget to check out my other reviews on Pixels. I've done the 4XL, 4a, I've done the 5, and I've done the 3a XL as well. So check those out in the link below and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out when I upload new videos on the Pixel 6a that will be coming in the next few weeks. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.